this is real important because any visual aids that you might have, if you used a snowman for a mnemonic, or you had any visual aids or clues or bulletin boards or anything that would help the students in order to be able to complete their writing assignments, those have to be either removed or covered. Now, one of the things that the state is suggesting is that students be in the room where they do most where the instruction actually happens when they take this test, if it's possible. We understand that many districts only have computer labs and don't have the option for portable labs. But what they've found that if you have the option for a portable lab, or if you're taking the paper pencil version of this particular assessment, why if the walls are covered and the board is empty, students actually make those connections to those. They might look over there and say, oh yeah, over there the teacher had blah 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 blah, and up here why they showed me how to do this and that and thus. Why those types of things are okay. You don't have to remove them from the testing from the setting of the room whether you've done your instruction or anything, but you do need to make sure that your walls and your chalkboards and whiteboards and Promethean boards and smart boards and such are all empty. There should be no clues so that the students have any of those types of encouragements or cues. The next slide is very important also. Notice that not is in all caps. That you're not to provide any editing assistance to any students as they're writing on the NeSA-W. And that is not. Not means not. That means while you monitor the test and you're moving about the room, you can't stop at any time and actually make any assistance, answer any questions. Your job, or look over their shoulders and read and give them any kind of a clue or cue as to how they're doing. Notice too, those of you districts in ESU 7 that have Spanish-speaking students or would be more comfortable in writing in Spanish, those students, that Pilot is not going to be available in Spanish at all. The next slide is real important because I want to share with you, if you look at this particular slide, what happens with this slide. This is the formula that they are using in order to determine a student's score. Now notice that this is for each rater, and the process is the same. Remember, we're going to have two raters, and their scores will create a scale score when they combine them of the two readers of between 0 and 200. And then later on, when we take, what I mean by later on is in 2012, when we take the actual grade 11 writing assessment, cut scores will be set based on the actual assessment, and that is the 2012 writing. Now let's look at the formula. Now notice that the formula is that the rating, which is R, is equal to 100 times whatever score the student received, 1 through 4, times each one of these. Here's the 35% weighting for ideas and content. Next comes 25% rating, whatever the score was, times the rating of 25% for organization. And then the rating times 20% for word choice, voice, and tone, plus 20% on the rating for sentence fluency and conventions, minus 1. All divided by 3. And that will give the scale score for each of the two raters. Now you add those two scores together to create that scale score, and that's what the student. Now just like with the NeSA-R and the NeSA-M, we had that scale score rating of 0 to 200. That 0 to 200 doesn't change, But that formula, while it looks kind of strange, the formula, please understand that this formula works. And it's really kind of a unique formula, and offers us a lot more information about students. Now, when you receive, and actually when you print these writings, right on the student's paper, there'll be a space on there that will identify content and ideas, and they receive this score 1 through 4, organization, word choice, voice, tone, and sentence fluency convention. You'll get a score for each of those. You'll get the total score, the holistic score, when you add together the two of the student of the two raters, the whole score. This is WHOLE, not HOLISTIC, holistic. This is a whole score, the two of them put together, from Rater 1 and Rater 2, using this new formula. Everyone understand? It's really a powerful thing, and I'm real pleased, and I really have a lot of confidence in this new formula that everything is going to work out really well. Now, the next slide was a slide where NDE, actually Ed Foy gave this first portion of this, asked for any questions there might be. If you have any questions, I hope you've been jotting them down. I probably should have invited you to do that earlier. But if you have questions, just email me your questions, and I'll be happy to get back, because I'll post them to the writing web page so that everyone can have the answers to those.